10 strange things in and under people's beds. Our subscribe button isn't hiding under the bed, it's right on the screen. Give it a click so you can be notified when we post new videos. Number 10. Most expensive violin in the world. Vuitton Guarneri is the Mona Lisa of violins, and the 274-year-old violin is the most valuable in the world. This violin sold recently for an estimated $16 million. The anonymous new owner decided that the violin was best suited to be in the hands of the most famous violinist, Anna Kiko Myers, to whom he has loaned the violin for the rest of her life. The instrument, made in 1741, is named after its most renowned owner, the 19th century Bulgarian composer and virtuoso André Votan, who loved the violin so much that he wanted to be buried with it. During its life, the violin was played by some of the best violinists in history, including Yehudi Menuhin and Itzhak Perlman, before being put under the bed of its previous owner for 50 years. Now, after years in hiding, the violin has been awakened by Myers for all to enjoy. Number 9. $1 million. There have been a lot of strange things found under people's beds, which you will see throughout this list. But this entry definitely takes your grandmother's adage of keeping money under the mattress to a new level. In October of 2013, landlord Ma Guangdi from Duangguan in Guangdong province in China made an amazing discovery while cleaning one of his former tenants' apartments. Under one of the beds, Guangdi found 6.33 million Chinese yuan in 4 carton boxes. This is around $892,000. The previous tenant had lived in the apartment for many years and had one day simply disappeared and stopped paying his rent. The honest landlord reported the money, which was placed in a safety deposit box while the authorities investigated the former occupant. Number 8. A boy under his own bed. In April of 2017, a 9-year-old boy was the subject of a police search when his mother found him missing when she woke up. Police mounted a full-scale river search as well as a helicopter search to find Josh Dinning, who had not been seen since the night before when he went to bed. Police were called just after 9 in the morning, and the preliminary search found nothing. He was found 3 hours later, hiding in a drawer under his bed. What was his reason for hiding? He didn't want to go to school. His mother became alarmed when the school called to say that Josh had not arrived at school, so she promptly phoned the police when she could not find him at home. Josh said that he stayed hidden because he didn't want to get into trouble. As word of Josh's disappearance spread, even neighbors got involved in handing out the pictures which had been printed. His mom suggested another search of the house, and this time the police checked under all of the beds. The second search was a success, and the little boy was found. I guess he really hates school. Number 7. Unwanted Wasp Nest. We have all had those visitors who have overstayed their welcome. Well, one lady in Winchester, England, had thousands of unwanted visitors in her guest bedroom. The exterminator, John Burkett, who was dressed from head to toe in protective gear, removed the 3-foot wasp nest from the woman's home in August 2014 and said that he had never seen anything like it in 40 years working in this line. The nest was burrowed into the mattress and was home to around 5,000 wasps. Burkett estimates that it took the insects about 3 months to build their humble abode. Luckily, he was able to remove the nest in just a few hours by fumigating the wasp and then removing the nest itself, which he disposed of in the garden. The woman, who was asked to remain anonymous, called the exterminator after her son went into the unused guest room and found the wasp colony, which had likely gained access through an open window. Number 6. Python. Who else has that feeling of terror when they let a foot or hand dangle over the edge of the bed? Let us know in the poll section on the top right corner. Well, if you click no, you might want to rethink that answer. A 13-year-old boy might have been attacked by a python if he has slept in his room on the night this happened. A mother found the family kitten outside with bite marks on it and with a strong mothering instinct went to go check in her son's room. Sure enough, she found something that made her bolt. A python slithering under the bed. It must have gotten in through the window by the bed, possibly looking for a warm place or maybe a large meal. When she called authorities to remove it from the home, they realized it was very, very aggressive, even biting the man who was trying to remove it. The snake was later released into the wild. Number 5. Sinkhole. Although it may seem like something from Nightmare on Elm Street, Inocenta Hernandez, a Guatemala City resident, awoke on a morning in July 2011 to the sound of a loud explosion. She originally thought it was a gas tank explosion or a car accident in the street outside. After looking outside to find the origin of the noise, a neighbor informed her that the sound had come from inside her house. To her horror, she soon found a 3-foot-wide, 40-foot-deep sinkhole under her bed. This sinkhole wasn't even the biggest one in the area. In 2007, a nearby sinkhole formed that was 330 feet deep and killed 3 people. Sinkholes form due to natural underground erosion and typically collapse very suddenly. Miss Hernandez certainly is one lucky lady, as the placement of the sinkhole and her bed prevented any serious damage to her property and her family living in the house. Number 4. Crocodile. Never mind Crocodile Rock. This is Crocodile Shock. In 2013, former cricket player Guy Whittle was spending a night in Zimbabwe at Humani Ranch. He had a very peaceful night's sleep without realizing that he had a guest in the room with him. He even remembers putting his feet on the floor while sitting on the bed in the morning, unaware that he was just inches away from becoming breakfast for this toothy fella. Whittle, the director of the family-owned lodge, was in the kitchen having breakfast when he heard the screams from his maid, who found the massive reptile under the bed. He called some of his co-workers, who helped him remove the croc and release it back into the nearby dam. Although he was surprised by his uninvited house guests, Whittle believes that many locals have experienced the same thing and probably check under their beds before going to sleep. All we can say is that he is one lucky guy to not have been snapped up by the relaxing reptile. Number 3. 20-year voucher. Lately, we aren't hearing many positive things about airlines, but this story gives United a generous edge. John Walk discovered an unused paper voucher from the airline that stated it was forever good. He was intrigued, so he made many attempts to try and see if the airline would take the voucher, but no one over the phone could give him an answer about the 20-year piece of paper. Luckily, we have Twitter now and can reach out directly and publicly to companies. That's exactly what he did, and even though the ticket wasn't legally binding as forever, United Airlines decided to keep their word. They sent him an electronic version of the voucher, and now he gets to think about where he wants to use his ticket for. What a lucky find! Number 2. $20 million. If you thought keeping almost $1 million under your bed was excessive, try $20 million. In January 2017, police made this unbelievable discovery under a mattress in an apartment in Massachusetts after arresting a Brazilian man for money laundering, which was linked to a multi-billion-dollar global fraud. 28-year-old Kleber Rene Rosario Roca was charged with conspiring to commit money laundering in connection with the Telex Free Inc. investigation, which is said to be a pyramid scheme which promotes itself as an internet telecommunications company. Federal agents followed Roca to his apartment after he met with someone about getting money out of the country. After arresting Roca, they returned to his apartment to find almost $20 million hidden under his bed. Now that's what we call saving for a rainy day. Number 1. A mattress in a mattress. Sleeping on a good mattress is vital to good health and a healthy posture, which is why a family in Mexico was so excited about getting their new mattress from a store. But once they got their mattress home, they quickly realized that something wasn't right with it. There was a strong, pungent smell coming from the mattress, which led the family to investigate where it was coming from. They filmed the whole experience, which resulted in them uncovering a disgusting, soiled mattress, which was completely ruined, covered by a thin layer of new material to pass it off as a new bed. The video shows the family cutting open the mattress and revealing the unsettling find. Their footage has gone viral after posting it on social media and has been shared many thousands of times, with many users expressing their disgust. Thanks for watching. Coming up next, 20 dumb and useless life hacks. Get your nose pierced, wear a circular nose ring, and attach your keys to the nose ring so you are never without them. Sure, it's not the most stylish accessory, and it is awfully uncomfortable to use the keys to unlock your door, but if you are silly enough to actually do this, then no one is really worrying about what you look like with keys hanging off your nose.